If you're watching this video, you're probably a young entrepreneur that's trying to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do to make money or how you're gonna scale what you're doing to make even more money. And I'm gonna give you guys the harsh reality of what it's like being an entrepreneur at a young age. I started this whenever I was like 12 years old, selling sneakers, selling shit on eBay. And here we are, I'm 22 years old now. In the past 10 years, I've been on and off doing shit, trying stuff. And it started to work out about the past 2 years, and I've made a lot of money online. So the number one thing that I think a lot of entrepreneurs are probably not wanting to give up is just like your social life. I don't go to the club. I don't really go to parties or nothing like that. I don't think that is something that's really like holding me back. Like, I think you can do those things and still succeed, but I think it's gonna be a whole lot harder. But you can definitely balance the two. Me personally, I just decided to not really participate in any of that because it's just not really gonna help me in my future. And it's fun every once in a while, but if you're going out every weekend, I'm sorry, it's probably just hindering your future self from seeing the success. It's something you might need to consider giving up. That's just one of the harsh realities of being a young entrepreneur. Something else, relationships realistically are going to suffer a bit because the amount of focus that you need to put into your business and whatever it is that you're trying to grow is going to take away from, the attention that you give your family or your significant other or other people in your life. And unfortunately, that's just something that you're gonna have to live with. There's not really a way to get around it. As an entrepreneur, our whole kind of reason for doing this is to get out of that. But while you're still figuring out how to make money and scaling businesses, you're gonna need to sacrifice a lot of time with people you love, your family, and just spend it in your room alone working, or spend it in your office alone working, building on what you need to build, what you need to grow. Another harsh reality that I think a lot of people don't realize is once you do make the money, it's really not as fulfilling as you would think. I bought a supercar, I had a G-Wagon, I have a nice house. It's all cool. Like it feels cool to do it. And like when I drive my cars, I'm just like, this is cool. But at the same time, you don't feel much different. I don't think it's really worth the amount of money. Like I'm considering selling my supercar for just how little I drive it here in Miami, and just for how much I'm paying for it to the enjoyment I'm getting out of it is not really equaling out right now. So whenever you finally do make it, it's not gonna feel exactly how you think it's gonna feel. It feels good, especially at first, but you get used to it. You get used to your spending habits, and it's not as good as it seems, basically. But that being said, I haven't fully made it yet. I'm still like kind of in the trenches. I'm trying to, get to that next level. But once you see that first like taste of success and money come in, where you start buying the cars and getting the nice houses and stuff, like it's cool at first, but like I said, it kind of fades away a little bit. Another harsh reality that I think a lot of young entrepreneurs don't like realize is how easy it is to actually make money. I think a lot of people think that it's like this super impossible and you got to be super smart. That's really just not the case, especially to some people that I've talked to in this space that just make insane amount of money. You just talk to and I'm just like, this is a regular ass person that would go to my high school. This is a regular ass person I meet at the gym, but they're worth $100 million. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't got to be the most smartest person in the world. You don't have to, live up to this crazy expectations. You can be exactly how you are watching this video and make hundreds of millions of dollars. There's no really trait that I've seen in like, as far as like the person itself. Like, you don't got to be the most attractive. You don't like, none of this really matters. All that matters is if you're actually putting in the work and actually doing it every day and putting in the reps in. The business model really doesn't matter. Like, none of that matters. All that matters is if you are going to put the work in on the business model that you choose. That's it. The drop shipping shit works. TikTok shop works. Starting an e-com brand works. Starting a fucking car dealership works. Like any of these businesses that you see, they all work. You can make tons of money from any type of business. It's just figuring out what you want to do, what is going to be best for your life. Like, take what I did. I closed my eyes and I thought about, in the future, what am I going to want to be doing? Like, what is the perfect scenario for me that I'm going to want to be doing, and pick a business that would fit in that scenario. That's what I did for me. Right now I'm doing software. I really just want to travel the world and just, video and make content. That's what I want to do. So right now I'm in the trenches working on software. So whenever I scale that, it's just monthly recurring revenue coming in. So if I want to go take a month off, I can go take a month off and travel and still keep getting paid from, you know, my software company. So whatever it is that you want to do, figure it out and stick to it every day. It's not as hard as you think. It's just the repetitions and consistency of showing up and actually doing what you need to do. And one more harsh reality that I think a lot of people don't want to really go through is just the cringiness, I guess, of starting as an entrepreneur. Like that first year when you're not making any money and maybe you're posting yourself out there, you're sharing it to the world. People are gonna talk shit about you. People are going to hate you until you make it. If you are starting something up and it's you don't have any success, your family members might talk down on it, people you went to school with, fucking old relationships, whatever it may be, people are going to hate until it works. And that's just something that you're gonna have to deal with. For me, I used to struggle with it a lot, especially for me. My business model that I went with to begin with was, UGC. So my videos were out there for the world to see, and sometimes they were super embarrassing. I was finding out that people I know was sending my videos around, making fun, and that was kind of towards the beginning. Yes, I was making a little bit of money, but I wasn't as confident in myself back then as I am now. So you just have to be okay with not caring about what anybody thinks about you, at all. Obviously you just want to, don't act like a fucking straight up dumbass. I'm talking about if you think it's a good idea, don't worry about what anybody else says about it. You know what I mean? Listen to what you think. Listen to what you want to do. Listen to your conscience. And the only time that I would take advice from anybody is if they are in a place that you want to be. Don't listen to your parents. Don't listen to your grandparents. Don't listen to anybody unless they're at the same position that you want to be. And I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about as far as financials and stuff like that. Definitely listen to your parents if they give you actual advice, but I'm talking about financial advice. If they're not in a position that you want to be, I would take it with a grain of salt and maybe try to implement a little bit. But if you don't think it's what's right for you, I would not do it. If you don't think you need to go to college and you want to start this business, don't go to college, because it's not your parents' life, it is your life. And you're going to start to realize that here in the next few years that you have to be in full control of everything you do. You can't let somebody else have any kind of hand in what you're doing. At least for me, that's what worked for me, is just completely separating, completely going off my own and figuring it out and trying to, do it on my own. That's what worked best for me. So that was a couple harsh realities that I've came across. And since I started my entrepreneurship journey, like I said, being an entrepreneur is just super easy. It's just picking something, staying consistent with it. This is literally any business model. Whatever you want to do, stick to it, stay consistent, and don't care about what anybody says about you. Just stay locked in, because in a few years, you know where you're going to be, you know what you're going to be doing, and you know everybody else around you is going to be left behind. And I know it, you know it. If you're watching this video at this point in the video, you're an entrepreneur, you are going to make it. You know exactly what you want to do. You're just in that phase where you're trying to figure it out. And every entrepreneur goes through that, literally every single one. So you're not behind, you're still going down the right path. So just keep going and do it every single day.